Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is the Reverse Seared Cowboy Ribeye on the Kamado Joe Pellet Joe. That's right, today we are cooking the Cowboy Ribeye. It's a beautiful cut of beef, lots of great marbling in this steak, and this steak weighs in at nearly 3 pounds, cut about 2.5 inches thick. We'll be utilizing the reverse sear technique, a fantastic technique. Everyone should know how to do this. You start with a low and slow smoke. You really start to bring that internal temperature up, you're adding the smoke flavor to the steak, then you finish it off with a high heat sear so you get all that beautiful crust and flavor on the outside. Let's go ahead and start by firing up the Pellet Joe. All right, so we're gonna set the Pellet Joe to 225. We'll let it fire up and we'll go prep the steak. All right, so let's take a look at our ribeye. Pretty hearty piece of meat here. Not gonna require much trimming because it came trimmed up already. But they call it the Cowboy because it's got that little bit of extra bone attached to it, but it's not that tomahawk that comes all the way out there, which is fine, because honestly, when it comes to bone, you're just paying for it without eating it, right? So very simple preparation for the steak today. We're just gonna hit it with a little bit of chili oil as a binder. You can do that on the sides as well. So this is a canola oil based, but infused with chilies and garlic and onion. And then you're just gonna pick your favorite steak rub, or it may just be salt and pepper, honestly. Today we're gonna use the Tuscan steak, got some great Italian flavors going on with it. A nice salty base and just a little bit of kick from the red chili flakes. There's also those Italian herbs in there, offer a lot of flavor. It's a big piece of meat, so we can give it a decent amount of seasoning. So we'll get full coverage there on the meat. Just let that rest up until the grill comes up to temp. We're gonna throw a couple sides on the grill today as well, starting with a red potato. Really simple, just quartered up red potatoes tossed in some oil, salt, pepper, garlic. We'll cook them in a foil pouch right there on the grill next to the steak. So we're just gonna quarter these to knock them down in size a little bit. All right, so we're also gonna do some garlic here. We just need a few cloves. Yeah, maybe 2 good-sized ones. I'm not gonna mince this up or anything. I'm just gonna crush them and throw them in there with the potatoes. Get rid of those skins. And then we'll throw all of that into a bowl so we can kind of dress it here. A little bit more of that chili oil. Just get those coated. And then we're just gonna hit it with some kosher sea salt. And some of these Cherry black peppercorns. And that is it. All right, so we're just gonna do a little foil pouch for these. To trap the heat inside as it cooks so it kind of just steam those potatoes and that garlic. All right, so right on our target temperature now on the Joe. We're gonna start off over here on our regular grates for our smoking portion. Again, so we're going low and slow starting off. I'm just gonna put the potatoes on here to warm up as well. And then we're gonna throw our probe right in the dead center of that Cowboy so we can monitor the internal temperature. Well, our steak's been on for just over an hour. It's come up to 110 degrees internal temperature. So at this point, we're gonna pull it off and crank the tip of the grill up. All right, so we're just gonna move this off to the side for now. Our potatoes, we can slide off the grill grates. Let's just have a check on these, actually. Give these a little poke. Yeah, they're softening up, but they're not all the way done yet. So we'll leave them in there while the temperature of the grill climbs up. And now we're gonna increase the grill temp to 600. So while this grill comes up to temp, we've got some broccolini here. We're gonna season this up that we can grill right alongside the steak. And we're gonna give this just the same simple treatment that we did the potatoes, minus the cloves of garlic. A little bit of oil, a little bit of kosher salt, and some fresh cracked black pepper. All right, so our grill is ripping hot now. We're gonna put our steak onto the grill grates. Nice sear sound coming off of that. Our potatoes I've just opened up. They're all the way done now, so we'll slip those off. I'll close them up here in just a moment to keep them warm. I'm just gonna throw the broccolini on this side of the grill. All right, so let's get our probe back into our steak. Wow, it is hot in there. Try and get right in the center there. And now we're just gonna be watching to put some nice grill marks and a nice crust on the surface of that steak while monitoring the internal temperature. We're aiming at 130 degrees for our finishing temperature today. All right, let's give it a flip. Nice, very nice grill marks. Great crust going on in between the grill marks as well. And at this point, you can kind of use the lid as a tool to see how quickly or how slowly you need to finish your steak. So for example, we're looking to bring the internal temperature up just another 5 or 10 degrees. So I'm gonna close the lid. I wanna trap all the heat in there. That way, the internal temperature of the steak rises. If I just want color, I'm gonna leave it open. Let all that heat escape. All we're looking for is the radiant heat coming off the grate. All right, we're gonna pull our broccolini off. It's got some nice char on it. Set that aside. All right, we have hit that internal temperature we're going for. You can see we've got incredible crust on the surface, creeping right up on 130. We're just gonna cover this with some foil to let it rest for about 5 minutes. All right, let's get this thing sliced up and onto some plates. The first thing we're gonna do is come right alongside the bone here. Just slice right through that. So then we're gonna start to break this thing apart. Now, this is the easiest place to go ahead and make a cut. That's something that we might be saving for breakfast tomorrow. We're gonna come right through the center of the ribeye here. Check that out. That looks pretty dead on. Great little bit of pink in the middle, lots of juice. So let's go ahead and just cut some slices out of this. Now this end down here is my favorite because it's got that spinalis that wraps around, and that's so flavorful. Great little crunch on the outside. Pretty happy with how this one came out. Let's have a little taste here. Oh yeah. Boy, you can really taste the grill. I mean, this is wood fired for sure. It's got great crust on the outside, super juicy in the middle, just the right amount of salt from that Tuscan steak. I love that. So we're just gonna do some slices here and get this plated up. We're not gonna waste any of the juices. I'm gonna sop that right up into the slices. All right, let's start with some of those potatoes. Get some steak on there. A little bit of that broccolini with a nice char on it. I'm gonna finish off that broccolini with just a little squeeze of lemon. And there it is. So that makes a great little dinner for two, really easy to pull off, and you've got steak left over for breakfast in the morning. Potatoes are perfectly cooked. Such a simple way to do that on the grill, just wrapped in some foil. But this right here is where it's at. All that crunch on there, that bit of char, the bright lemon at the end. Good snack on this all evening. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.